Hello and welcome back to the B stream where we have OpTic Nation going against WiLD Gaming. I'm Taylor Noble, Reflections _ I on that Twitterverse. Joining me, Rage Duffman, the duo member to my duo. What's going on, man?
I know, we've casted so many times online. So many show matches. We've seen some incredible teams. I think none. This is my favorite one.
Yeah.
We haven't even done it. I already know I'm gonna love it. We got Taylor, we got myself, but more importantly, we've got OpTic Nation back again after that huge win, and now they're going up against WiLD, who's having an incredible tourney.
Yeah, WiLD is a talented team consisting of some familiar faces, Flawless, Shills, Stuns, as well as Fatalize. You know, these guys have teamed before in the past on several other teams. Not only that, I mean, they're just, you know, a talented sub-heavy team. But then again, OpTic Nation, very talented team as well. They've tried and true, proven. That's why OpTic picked them up. Very talented with Killa, Ricky, Imbos, as well as Miracle. So obviously you're going to see a ton of great plays coming from them. They're an S&D dominant team, so I expect that's where they're going to dominate at.
They did. They won 6-3 in the previous matchup here on the Bravo stream just 2 matches ago, I believe. And their domination went very well as well. And I think that they're going to come out here. We've got Domination Strike Zone. OpTic Nation with the slaying power of Killa, of Imbos. If Ricky turns up like he did on that domination on Octane, it's going to be tough for WiLD to bring it back, but on the opposite side, WiLD's got some talent, man.
Let me tell you about Ricky. Cast it over Ricky in the beginning, and Ricky, no joke, dropped the 48 bomb.
Good news.
He choked the 50. I was disappointed in him a little bit, but hey, he got 48. I was like, all right, that was boss status. But yeah, he dropped 48, and of course we had great improvements from everyone else. But this domination here on Strike Zone, this is actually going to be really good for Team WiLD. I think this is going to favor them just for the simple fact that they have some dominant subs. But you can't obviously count OpTic out. I think they're going to come out strong. If anything, it's going to be a nail biter. But this series is going to be a close one. The S&D is going to be a crazy one to watch. But the Blitz also as well. That's actually WiLD Gaming's worst game type. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got to get on board with our man Money B.
Jumping on board with him, rocking that Vector. He's going to be the first to push in to the bar area, as it is going to be their strategy to just hop it, leave one player at their home flag. He has spotted a player in the hall, and he's going to find your first blood on Flawless.
Nice.
He's got control as a player to his left. Hasn't seen that player just yet, and that was actually Shills in there to clean him up. But 2 go down from OpTic as well as from WiLD. That B flag will remain neutral until now. There is a player from WiLD hopping on board with it.
And right now, OpTic, they're just going to be trying to regain control. We do see Miracles threatening to potentially take that C flag, which would be great for them. They would have the AC split with the B control, but we do see one of the players from OpTic. That is going to be Killa on that B flag, taking it over. Map is all about rotations as well as whatever spawn trap you could set up. Right now, Miracles threatening a triple cap. This could be huge this early in the game.
This is big. I think he's just going to go for the neutralization, and unfortunately, he'll get naded by Kingston right before he's able to do so. And the A and B will continue to remain in control of OpTic Nation here as they'll take the early lead to start things off. But right now, take a look. We're on board with Killa, 3-1. He's just going to cause some trouble over at C, but what he's got to be careful of is he's forcing some spawns middle of the map. And while he's on C, he will contest. Shills will be there to clean him up. And now, take a look at WiLD hopping on that A flag. Yeah,
this is great position for WiLD now. They currently are in control of the A and C. We're going to go ahead and hop on board with Kingston, who gets shanked in the face by Killa, saying thank you very much for the kill. Flawless, though, cleans him up. He's going to get dropped as well, as you see OpTic Nation quickly regaining control of the flags that they lost, as now the BC split is going to be in their hands. We're going to go ahead and hop on board with OG once again as the B flag is hotly contested. OpTic, they're going to be making some rotations. And Miracles, he's going to be going through Closet to try and capture this B flag, but gets mowed down. Money B as well. WiLD Flawless picking up a nice 2-piece to control B.
Flawless is going to be a game changer here for WiLD. Currently, he's on a 4-point streak. Let's hop on board with him to see what he's up to. Currently 6-4. He's rocking that Vector. Now, Flawless known for his AR work. And obviously on a map like this, you're rarely going to see ARs because it's such a small map and the flags are so close together. But he's done damage with that Vector and that red dot sight. He's going to continue to be a factor as to whether or not WiLD can hang. And right now, 32-32, Taylor. They obviously can hang, as we've got a very, very close game. Obviously tied up here in the first couple minutes, and WiLD's threatening to keep threatening that A flag.
Yeah.
Right now, they'll hop on C as OpTic will start to rotate to the A.
Yeah, you know, like I said, this map's all about rotation. OpTic made a good rotation. They were in control of the C flag. Of course, they were losing it. They go and hop A, knowing that the players from WiLD are going to be over at C. They can mow them down, also getting that power position for them transferring through Pro Shop. And Killa lighting up the kill feed with a 2-piece. But look at WiLD answering back, but Ricky says, nope, we're going to go ahead and secure A once again to maintain control. But 45-39, such a close game. This map is going to be insane all the way till the end.
You've got to be really impressed with the OpTic Nation just played that. 4 members went down, and somehow they kept 2 flags that entire time. And you got to thank Ricky right there coming out of spawn and picking up some crucial kills on the A flag. Miracle's going to spot some players heading to A, make that call out, and knows to rotate to C. Knowing nobody from WiLD's even going to be there to contest, so they'll trade flags, and that's something that OpTic Nation is so good at. They understand the map, they understand positioning, and they know how to rotate to flags. And as they'll continue to have the lead here, 58-45, they're poised to take this one.
And I just want to point out something very critical. You notice Miracles, he's only 5-5. You notice also that Ricky, he's only 9-9. They're not very spectacular when it comes to KD overall, but notice their captures. Miracles sitting at 4, Ricky sitting at 3, just showing that even though you're not outslaying your opponents, or even though you're not being the star of the team with the kills, with you rotating flags on such a small map like Strike Zone, you can maintain a lead and still grow it. Now they have roughly a 20-point lead and growing and looking better and better every single moment.
It really paints a picture as to how these kills are happening, where they're getting them, and because they don't have that many caps or that many kills, you know that all these kills are happening on the objective, and those are the most important ones of all. 50 seconds left. OpTic Nation looking good here with a nice lead, 78-53 on the opposite side. Flawless and Chills doing everything they can, but 3 will go down, leaving Fatalized by himself. Killa will re-hop this C flag here, and everybody from WiLD spawning A.
Killa, he's been getting 2 pieces left and right. I can only imagine how he's going to be screaming when he starts getting a 3-piece. Can you imagine that from that video?
Let's go!
Let's go! I got a 3-piece! Let's go! I got a 3-piece! I got a 4-piece! I want to see Killa do that, but he's too far away. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to hear him, nor would you guys, which is really disappointing because that's why we watch COD, for Killa to do moments like that. But Killa mowing the players down. We are now going to see just 10 seconds remain. We're going to be going into the second side of this map with OpTic with a considerable lead. WiLD was keeping it so close, but really those rotations is what's been killing them. OpTic also did spawn trap WiLD for a brief period of time there in a Pro Shop, and I think that made a huge difference in the score. So roughly a 40-point lead. Now, that's a lot, but WiLD still can come back from this if they keep the rotations and start the rotations a lot more efficiently.
It's all about how they start this second side. If they can bring that aggression out early, get 2 flags early on, it's going to be tough for OpTic Nation to break it, but they do have that 32-point lead. So really, OpTic's just got to wait for WiLD to make plays on certain flags, and they can kind of camp those objectives and pick up those easy kills to keep them off of them. WiLD pushing into B. Money B is the closest one to contest here into Bar. He's going to spot a player on the pillar, gets 1, and that's going to be an easy clear out of B thanks to Killa and Money B. And now they'll go ahead and secure this B flag, and it's OpTic Nation with C and B to start things off here on the second side.
You know, it might seem so small that Mbo's just got 1 kill going into B, but it was so crucial that he went in there and he was able to capture it because now they have the advantage. You know, you don't want to give WiLD, because WiLD is a very, hype-motivated team. Ooh, and a shake coming in from Flawless. But WiLD is a hype-motivated team. If WiLD comes in, they get control of a 2-flag split right off the rip. You know, they're going to start getting hype, and that's not what OpTic needs at this point. So for Mbos to shut down that B flag and for him to lock it down, that was huge in the break.
Take a look at your stats at the top right, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to notice one specific thing, and it's not the KD column. On WiLD, you have 1 player with captures.
Gosh, wow.
You have stuns, 4 captures, everybody else without the objective, and that's a key factor. If you take a look at over across at OpTic, you got Killa with 3, Money B with 2, and Ricky with 5 as well. So they're obviously out rotating, and when WiLD takes a look at this map, they take it. We're not rotating flags. We're just running middle map and getting taken out very easily, and that's kind of been the story here as OpTic's been able to make their lead over 40 points now.
That's kind of crazy you pointed that out. Actually, I didn't even notice it. I thought they had more than that, but Stun only with 4 captures, the rest of them sitting at 0. Just comes to show where are their heads at. You know, what is their objective with coming in? This spawn trap, though, is absolutely insane as they are just totally mowing down WiLD. They're just gaining some points. They're starting to now take control of this map even more so as we see Ricky on a 3-score streak. One of the players from WiLD does break free. Ricky's going to try and stop that with the kill from the back, and he's just going to rotate right back, doing exactly what he needs to do objective-wise.
Discipline, and that's what you need in the game like this, especially because it's so easy to get people to spawn where you want them based on your map position. OpTic knows this, and they're going to take advantage of it here. 132 to 83 as OpTic's trying to make it at least 50 points that they want to win by here. WiLD contesting the best they can. And since we've pointed out their caps, 5 captures now have come in from WiLD. That's great awareness right there. As a team, understanding that you're not playing the objective as well as you should be, and as a team pushing on to do so. 4 just went down for WiLD though, and that's going to be tough for them to bring this one back. They would need a triple capture for the rest of the game if they wanted to win this one. Yeah,
exactly, a triple cap, and it's definitely possible, but not with Ricky going hammer sauce here, just mowing down the players, rotating flags. Killa going 25 and 17. Guz get taken out by Flawless, who's had a very, I would say, good game. He's getting some crucial kills, I would say. The thing is, I would like to see him play more objective-wise. However, OpTic is doing a great job rotating, so it's very difficult for them to do so. But, you know, overall, you know, you did notice, like you were saying before, their overall capture started increasing over time. But then again, they kept losing them, and it's all about maintaining, showing just overall slaying power as well as map position, just really not in their favor so far.
Some signs of life here in this domination from WiLD as they were able to take out all 4 members from OpTic just moments ago and then reclaim 2 flags. They've got to be careful as everybody goes down right there.
It's a 3rd time.
For WiLD. And as that happens, it's actually going to be Killa that hopped that A flag, and they're going to continue to maintain the control here. Killa right now, low ammo, 5 bullets left in the clip on a 3-point streak. Trying to drop the 30 bomb. Let's see if he can do it. We'll stick on board with him as he pushes Closet. He's going to spot a player here. Can pick up the kill. And now he's got 5 shots left.
It's just a little glitch.
Yeah, that is the glitch.
It does it. You know, it's so frustrating because it only does it here on land, but I guess he has more bullets. I wanted to see him go shankopotamus on somebody, you know, just start shaking people left and right. You know, that's what I really wanted to see. Killa, he could do it. Ricky, though, now on your screen, 5-score streak. He's now going positive 22 and 21 as this game is nearing an end. Now almost, I believe actually it is mathematically impossible. Just 48 seconds remaining, 168 to 112. WiLD put up a great fight, but all in all, I think it came down to just slaying power. Really, Killa was a huge factor for this. 32 and 20, not to mention Ricky's 7 captures was huge overall. So WiLD, they got to step up their game, especially in Search and Destroy. We're going into OpTic Nation's best game mode.
Going to be tough, and I want to point out just how well OpTic executed on this map. Everyone identified with their role. Communication was on point. Unfortunately, on the Bravo stream, we can't go to those listen-ins, but it would be really interesting to see how well OpTic Nation was communicating, because you can tell by their gameplay that they were just on point, knew where everybody was from WiLD, able to pick up those kills, especially shout out to Killa. 33, 21, 4 captures, and everybody else from OpTic getting the job done too on the objective.
Well, great stuff coming from OpTic Nation. They are now going to win this 177. As I write in my geek book, I take notes on every single match that I do so I can provide some good commentary later on in the future. It's really nerdy, but chicks dig it.
I don't know that that's a fact.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's not. Who knows? But 177 to 128, OpTic Nation, they're leading 1-0 in this best of 3, so they're well on their way to taking this, possibly. But WiLD Gaming, still live for them, of course. We're going to see them perform in Search and Destroy, and if it's on Warhawk, we're going to see Flawless's AR warm up.
Flawless is going to be a force to be reckoned with. But guys, we'll be right back after a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We got OpTic Nation versus WiLD Gaming.